Welcome back. Now, cancer is the third leading cause of death in Kenya. Further exacerbating this situation is the fact that there's still not enough oncologists. Currently, there are more than 3,000 cancer cases for each oncologist in Kenya. Well, this impacts how effectively patients can be diagnosed. And when it comes to treatment, the government has pledged to set up more chemotherapy and radiotherapy centers. However, the biggest burden once someone has been diagnosed with cancer is, of course, the cost. While the need for improved access to quality healthcare services is evident, a 2018 survey by the World Health Organization found that at least 1 million Kenyans are pushed into poverty due to out-of-pocket health expenditures. Well, joining me in studio now is Lisa Christopherson and Nana Kilemi, both cancer warriors. Thank you so much for coming in, ladies. Looking lovely.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Lisa, let me start with you because you're fresh off of telling your story this afternoon. I guess I want to begin with life before cancer, because there's always that, right? There's that demarcation of your life before, we can call it BC, before cancer. But what was it like before you got the diagnosis?
You know, you're living a normal life. I was, you know, a mother to 2 children, running my business, an art gallery on the outskirts of Nairobi. And my story was quite an extraordinary journey. And, you know, one night in October, in 2006, I woke up in the middle of the night in a bloodbath. Didn't know what had happened, got myself to the bathroom and fainted in the bathtub. Never done that in my life. I thought, what is going on? I went first thing in the morning to see my gynecologist, who is the gynecologist that delivered my children. And he rushed me in and, you know, went in for a D&C where they do a cleanse. They take out fibroids or whatever whatever you've got in your uterus and send it to the laboratory. Anyway, my story went on and on. And this is a story why I'm telling you is because for those out there, if you get diagnosed, don't just go for the first opinion, go for a second, go for a third. So what happened was this gynecologist in Nairobi sent me 4 times within 3 months for D&C, so cleansing out, and it is so unhealthy. And at the end of it, I'm getting weaker. You know, I'm muzungu, lakini I was white, yani white.
Wow.
Yeah, because I had lost so much blood and 50 kilos. I couldn't walk almost 50 meters without coughing blood. So at the end of it, I said, I know something is wrong. And he called me a hypochondriac. And that was it. So I made some phone calls to girlfriends in Johannesburg thinking, okay, I've got to do something. Something is really wrong. Jumped on a plane, Monday morning, pushed my way in to see this top gynecologist at Morningside in Sandton, Johannesburg. He did 10 hours of tests, scan, x-rays, you name it. Tuesday morning, diagnosed, you have stage 4 cancer.
My goodness.
We're giving you 10 days to live. And I'm like, okay, me, I'm busy. I've got things to do, places to go, people to see, children to raise. You know, let's go. So he said, you know what? Go and see the oncologist. I went to see the oncologist, Dr. Marilyn, the same hospital. She redid all the tests to confirm this is actually the correct diagnosis, and it was. So I had 2 massive tumors in my uterus. One was 12 centimeters, one 14. Hence, they were pushing it out. So I felt as if my uterus was about to fall out. And it had spread to my lungs. My lungs was one big, massive tumor. So she said to me, you are way too weak for us to operate. So we are going to apply to the South African Ministry of Health to get the strongest oral chemo in the world, which is like you have to get it under permit to administrate you, so we can blast that chemo into your lungs like dynamite. So now I'm counting the days, you know, 10 days.
10 days, right.
But I never thought I was going to die, ever. Anyway, on that following Monday, I was admitted into the hospital, and Gerotich, who's a dear girlfriend of mine who was living in Pretoria, she came up and sat next to me and held my hand. I'm like, what does oral chemo look like? You know, you don't even know what is chemo. What does it look like?
It's all new.
And the guy came with the chemo in a, you know, one of those brown paper bags, and I was hoping it was champagne, but oh my gosh, it was. It was that oral chemo. So my chemo came in, I hemorrhaged into my lungs. I had 7 blood transfusions, 2 of which my body rejected. So immediately, you know, your temperature soars to 40, 41. And then the next thing, I was gone. I woke up days later in a tiny corner of ICU hospital in Morningside with pipes attached to every part of my body. I couldn't speak. I was on life support. And that
so when you say you were gone, you were in a coma?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I have my beautiful scar here to remind me of this journey. And again, you know that song, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger? So 3 months of my life, I had weekly chemo. And I remember the oncologist saying to me, she gave me a piece of paper and said, these are all the side effects. You know, you're going to have terrible joint aches, you'll be vomiting, you'll have pains everywhere, headaches, and you'll lose your hair. I tore the paper and threw it away, and I said, I have no time to be sick. What are you talking about? But I'm ready for a makeover.
Hold that thought, because I want to hear the makeover and the recovery. So let me come to Nana really quickly, because you've just heard from Lisa. The issue here was misdiagnosis. She kept being told it's something completely different from what she actually had. What was your situation like?
Okay, thank you, Vicky. My name is Nana Kilemi. I'm a mother of 2 boys. I'm a breast cancer champion and a founder of an NGO called Needy Cancer Health Initiative. Mine was completely different because I had the lump 2 years and I ignored. I was so afraid.
It was fear, mainly.
I was like, this can't happen because I'd just come from a very bad separation and I was thinking, breast cancer? But then my body kept on, you know, like switching off. Like the way you switch off tap water, like my body kept on deteriorating. Then in 2022, it was really sun, it was really bad. Like I could feel there's something wrong. There's something really wrong with my right breast. And I couldn't touch because a lump is something which is really hard, like a stone. And I was, this thing, there's something. Then on 1st of August, 2022, my breast, actually the space which it had a lump, tethered, like a dimple. Doctors called it tethering. Then I took a picture and shared with my kid sister and a friend of mine and said, look at the way my breast look. And then my sister was like, Nana, you need to go to hospital. I'm like, no, it is not that serious. But then she tricked me. So we went to hospital. Actually, we went to KNH, Doctor's Plaza. I saw the surgeon there. He was like, you need to do a mammogram, ultrasound, very important, very quickly. And I'm like, do you think this is serious? He said, don't put hands in my mouth. I just want you to do it now. And that was the turning point of my life. 1st of August to 1st of August 2022 to 3rd of August 2023, because it exactly took 12 months for my treatment, and I did it here in Kenya.
Wow.
At KU.
And what stage were you?
I was at stage 3.
Okay.
But then before we settled at KU, I went to several other hospitals because we were really scared. We didn't know where to start, where to end. And by the time I have a elder brother who said, let's do KU. Let's try KU. So I went to KU. Of course, my oncologist called it a locus spread. I didn't have 1 lump, I had 3, unfortunately, and the lymph nodes were also touched. So I had to do a very urgent surgery, mastectomy. So my right breast was removed and my lymph nodes, all of them. Then after 5 weeks, I did chemotherapy. That almost killed me.
Yeah.
It was so tough on me for 9 months. It was so tough on me, on my siblings, on my friends. But we fought on. As Lisa said, I was like, I have a life. I have 2 boys who are looking at me. And the way my siblings were so determined, and my friends, I was not going to let anybody down.
Wow.
Yes, then I did radiotherapy for 1.5 months, still at KU. Then now I'm on hormone therapy. That's because now the kind of cancer that I have is hormonal.
Okay.
So my oncologist is trying to oppress my hormones so that they can stop misbehaving. So that I'll do for 10 years. Then later I'll do breast reconstruction because I'm still young and hot.
Of course.
Good looking.
And you still have a life to live.
Yes.
So let me come to you, Lisa, to talk about this makeover, this transformation that you decided to put yourself on.
So after 3 months in Johannesburg, I came back to Nairobi. And it was actually interesting because I lost my hair. All my hair went, and I thought, I'm ready for this makeover. And I don't know if you've watched The Devil Wears Prada, but you know that chick in New York catching all those Hermes scarves? That was me. Girlfriends from around the world sent me these scarves, and I became this chick that knew how to tie the scarf in all these different fashionable ways, right? And it's about making a difference.
Right.
You know, and I thought, I knew I never was going to die. This thing was just giving me a break, time to think, or time to spend time alone with myself, you know. And today was something which I said, and I'll say again, it's about attitude. You know, because you get told you have the C word, which is either cancer or today, COVID, does not mean you're going to die. You embrace it, but your attitude, and realize that your mind is the most powerful tool that you have. So tap into it. And I always say, don't rely on other people. It's great to have the support of friends and family, but it's you that is the survivor. It's you that's going to have that mental attitude to get you where you want to be.
I'm just about to wrap up, but let me find out from you, Nana, in terms of, because you wrote about your experience and you said you can't go into this journey on an empty tank. And you talked about your support system, friends, family, you know, your boys that you're also doing this for. What state of mind do you need to be in? Lisa talked about having a positivity mindset. For you, what kept you going?
Acceptance. I had to accept that I have a problem, I'm sick, and I need help. That helped me. Number 2 is a positive mindset, the attitude. I'm telling you, attitude is everything. And then number 3, I believe that God is going to heal me and heal me completely. So every morning I confessed that I'm going to be healed and be healed completely. That was it. No more, no less.
I have to ask both of you, what lifestyle changes did you have to make, maybe to food and other things that now you are taking in?
So I would say one thing, that of course it's a lifestyle, and it's about also being in a very positive state and having that positive mindset. So I've always had a background in nutrition. I take about 47 supplements daily. That's my life, because everything you buy in the supermarkets has a long shelf life. So all the nutrition side, as we know, has been removed. So we live in Kenya, we live in the tropics, we have all the beautiful fresh vegetables, fruits, the baobab powders, all of these wonderful organic superfoods, so to speak. So having that, I drink Madafu every morning. Every morning, a big glass of Madafu. It's full of electrolytes. It's great for you. Hydration and water. We need to drink more water. Also, hot water is very, very good, especially for the lymphatic in our system. So it's about lifestyle and working out. Fitness is so essential. You know, no matter how tired you are in the morning, get yourself out and work out, and you'll realize afterwards you have so much energy, and then you just keep going.
Amazing. Nana, let me finish with you. What have you changed that's given you a new lease on life?
Diet. Stress. I live in an environment where I'm loved, appreciated, and no longer push. And then this initiative also I started has given me a lot of purpose, because what we are literally doing at Nindi Cancer Health Initiative with my friends is to help others who are in real mess, Victoria, because we have a huge problem in this country. I'm telling you the truth, a huge problem. So many cancer patients out there who are in very poor states are dying. So this has also given me, I think now this is it for me, because every day I wake up thinking about these people. I want to go out there and look for ways we can raise money to pay their NHF covers, for their food program, you know, all these things. And I think this is the best thing for me. And this is what keeps me going every day.
Incredible.
Yes.
A beautiful sense of purpose. Thank you so much, Nana and Lisa, for coming in.
Thank
and I can see you're also sporting the pink nails as well.
Today we are, absolutely.
For October. Wonderful.
For October.
Yeah.
Great. On that pink note, let's take a short break here on Citizen Weekend. Sports news is coming up next.